Motherfucking Yakuza. This series is awesome. I mean, what other game franchise can you go from a hard-hitting crime drama with powerful narrative and fantastic storytelling to singing in a goddamn karaoke bar reminiscing about your dead childhood dog? Answer, none. For many years, Yakuza has been a fairly niche series over here. It wasn't until the release of Yakuza 0 that the franchise finally got the bigger break that it deserved. So, when I heard that back in 2007 a Yakuza movie had been released, I was terrified. If history has taught us anything at all, it's that every video game movie is destined to be cancer. Destined to be the equivalent of the scum that builds up on the inside of your toilet after one too many shits. There are 1,000,001 ways this movie could get fucked up. What if they take it way too seriously? What if they try to make the Japanese equivalent of The Godfather? Oh, thank God. Like a Dragon, released over in North America as Yakuza Like a Dragon, follows the story of the first Yakuza game in which Kazuma has been released from prison after 10 years for a murder he didn't commit. However, none of that shit is in the movie at all. They reference it, but the movie starts off just after Kazuma meets up with Haruka for the first time. I have no idea why they decided to start here rather than from the real beginning, because it really just makes this movie not exactly newcomer friendly. Kazuma Kiryu is played by Kazuki Kitamura, who most of you on this channel are probably familiar with from his role as X in Godzilla Final Wars. And honestly, I mean, he does a good job. He certainly looks like Kazuma, and he has the stoic personality of him down pretty well. I mean, I can't really think of any other actor I'd rather see play Kiryu, mainly because I'm incredibly not well versed in Japanese actors, but I mean, this is totally fine. Oh, come on, that's not true to the game. If this was like the game, he'd only make it 2 steps before some random assholes tried to knock him out and then he proceeded to smash them over the head with a bike, or hit him with a road cone or some shit. Now, Yakuza wouldn't be complete without one of the most beloved characters of the entire series. Majima is this movie's main bad guy and is played by Goro Kishitani. This guy is perfect. Honest to God, they got pretty much everything about Majima right. His look, his mannerisms, his fucking psychotic tendencies, everything here is right. This is honestly probably one of my favorite portrayals of a video game character in a movie ever. They got it spot on. Some of the other characters from the game make appearances in this as well, including Date and Nishiki, but their roles are incredibly small, which is disappointing because the whole rivalry/betrayed friendship between Kazuma and Nishiki is a huge part of Yakuza, but in this, Nishiki is delegated to a single fight near the end. What the hell? It's mainly so they could shove in a bunch of side stories that have nothing to do with Yakuza at all, and this is my biggest issue with this movie. Side stories are a big part of Yakuza, sure, but this movie took that shit way too literally. Because of this, we get way less time focusing on the characters from the game we actually give a shit about, and instead we have a Bonnie and Clyde ripoff, a Korean mystery man, and 2 idiotic bank robbers all taking up screen time that amounts to nothing in the end. Their stories don't intertwine with Kazuma's, they're literally just there for no reason. Why? I don't want this shit. Give me Kiryu punching dudes in the fucking face. There we go. Yeah, don't worry, this movie has plenty of fight scenes, and yes, they're pretty damn awesome. One of the awesome things about Yakuza is that it takes place in a somewhat fictionalized version of a real place in Shinjuku called Kabuchiko, even though they call it Kamurocho in the games. Which means all you have to do to get this movie's setting and atmosphere perfect is go film in the real Kabuchiko, which is exactly what they did. Because of this, you can't ask for a better backdrop, because, I mean, it's the real backdrop. I also need to mention that this movie is directed by one of Japan's most well-known directors. Takashi Miike, the man behind Audition, Aichi the Killer, literally like a million other movies, is probably the perfect person to hand this series over to. The games are a brilliant mix of serious drama and ridiculous comedy, and he knows just how to pull that off. In a world where video game movies are the devil, it's not often you get to see one that is actually pretty decent. I mean, it's not perfect, because none of these video game adaptations are. If they had gotten rid of all the useless side plot shit and just focused on the original game's story, this movie probably would have been one of the best adaptations ever made. But for what it is, I mean, it's a hell of a lot of fun, and it's not a disgrace to the Yakuza franchise. Good video game movies are out there, guys. They're out there.
はい、お父ちゃん。今日もみんなでオムライや。はじめ。